What's going on, bourbon friends? We are back at it, ready to have a little bit of fun. So today we're going to go ahead and dive into John J. Bowman Single Barrel Virginia Whiskey. Woo! All right. So this is so let's see. Let me think back. I did a review on Help I Can't Find Blanton's. And then also I did a review on my favorite Buffalo Trace products. And everyone in both those videos, the comments were like, Bourbon Judge, you need to try John J. Bowman, the single barrel, the 100 proof expression. It's Buffalo Trace, distillate. They're doing everything for them. They're just shipping it to Virginia, and they're bottling it in Virginia under the John J. Bowman brand, if you will. So I'm like, let me go ahead and get this on the channel. So I will say, I actually have tried this before at a bar, but I don't qualify that because I had already had 3, maybe 4 different drinks. And honestly, after you had 3 or 4 different drinks, I wasn't in my judge mode. I was in more, let's just have some fun mode. All right. But now, there's a lot of swirl out there, and let's just call this the mystery company or mystery distillery, if you will. So what's the history of why is this a mystery distillery, or the whole experience with Buffalo Trace being linked to it and so forth? So the rumorville goes that when Sazerac purchased this company back in 2003, in order to kind of help them get started up, Buffalo Trace was doing basically everything for them. So Buffalo Trace was distilling the bourbon for them twice, shipping it to Virginia, where the A. Smith Bowman distillery is, and at A. Smith Bowman distillery in Virginia, all they simply were doing was distilling it, or in that case, redistilling it for a 3rd time, aging it, obviously, of course, in the barrels and everything, and then before bottling it, proofing it down with Virginia water, and then just, getting it out to market. That's the rumor. And everyone, and I say rumor because it's not fully confirmed, and I've looked everywhere and it's not 100% confirmed, but that is the rumor. Fast forward to most recently, I have a lot of good friends, that have been to the distillery. I have not been there myself, but I have a lot of friends that have been to the distillery, and they said, hey, Bourbon Judge, I don't know if that whole Buffalo Trace thing is actually true. Here's the reason why. They said, hey, we went on tours. We saw the grains, we saw the mash, the cooker, we saw them distilling the product. So they're like, if they're doing everything for them, why did I see all that with my own 2 eyes? So let's just say there might be a little bit of truth in the rumor, if you will. Maybe historically, when Sazerac purchased John J. Bowman or the A. Smith Bowman distillery, maybe earlier on, Buffalo Trace was helping them, but it does seem like now they are probably producing the majority of their own whiskey. And the last thing I'll say is, before I kind of dive into this, is that more than likely, if there is still any connection, maybe it's just like the yeast strains that Buffalo Trace maybe gave to John J. Bowman. Again, that's just another rumor, but there's probably some truth in the pudding, but who knows? All right, enough talking, more drinking. So let's talk about this. It's it's a single barrel expression. Hence the reason why a lot of people compare this to like either a Blanton's. It's 100 proof, so a lot of times people will compare it to either let's go with like a Rock Hill Farms from Buffalo Trace. But it's said to also be mash bill number 1, so that would really be more like on the Eagle Rare E.H. Teller line. However, again, because it's a single barrel, people say it's the best Blanton substitute out there. We'll dive into that. We'll see. And at the end of this video, I'm actually going to compare it to another one of Buffalo Trace's mash bill number 1 products. I'll compare it to E.H. Teller, and I'll even compare it to, because everyone likes the whole single barrel comparison, I'll even compare it to Blanton's as well. All right? But let's dive into this first. So it's a $50 bottle. I will say, $50 bottle, 100 proof. I've seen this a lot on the East Coast. I've seen it in Maryland. I've seen it in Delaware, Virginia. Obviously, of course, they're based in Virginia. So I've seen this product in multiple different states, and I know a lot of different friends, even down south, out west as well, have found this product. So it seems like it's somewhat readily available. So if it is similar to Blanton's or to Buffalo Trace as a whole, maybe this is truly a really good substitute. Cool? All right. Let's dive into this real quick. So story goes back in 1934. A. Smith Bowman created a distillery. A. Smith Bowman comes from a huge, long lineage of military, like a military family, if you will. And at that point in time, he wanted to start a distillery. It was up and running for many years, again, until Buffalo Trace acquired it. in 2003. All right, folks. So from a nose standpoint, I would say this is extremely, you get like the core bourbon notes, like your caramels, your vanillas. But then you also get what's interesting here, and I don't remember this on Buffalo Trace products, but we'll dive into that in just a second. You also get a little bit of like some orange and some orange peel. And a little bit peppery also, a little bit more spicier than your traditional bourbon or Buffalo Trace product. So a little bit of caramel, vanilla, definitely that orange peel. That's really nice actually. Nice and like fruity, but only like with the orange peel kind of a fruit and orange. And then also some pepper in there as well. A little spicy. All right, hey, let's go ahead and dive into this bad boy. Cheers, everybody. Woo! I'm digging that. I like that a lot. That is not bad. Let me get a little bit more. I'm going to leave a smidge in here too, just because I want to compare it to the other ones. All right. So to me, wow, at 100 proof, that actually packs a nice little punch. That's a very nice, powerful palate. Very nice, very bold, even at 100 proof. Everything from the nose transfers to the palate. I love the, of course, the caramel, the vanilla, but I love that orange peel and like the orange, like the fruit in there. I love that in the nose as well as in the palate. I will say also, this is extremely creamy in the mouth. Very creamy, very silky, if you will. I like that a lot. I don't care if it's related, if at all, to Buffalo Trace or not. That is pretty damn good. I'm going to go ahead and give you the gavel, because why not? At $50, absolutely. I don't care if you want to compare it to Buffalo Trace or not. That is a fantastic product. So, all right. Now on to the comparison versus E.H. Scheller, which is mash bill number 1, which is what this is said to be from mash bill number 1, from what they say. And then also, let's do the single barrel comparison. Now with Blanton's, it's obviously 93 proof, so not the exact same proof, so there's going to be some differences from that standpoint. All right, so let me go ahead and pour these two. Real quick, I need 3 quick, easy favors. Number 1, hit the like button. Number 2, drop me a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think, if you've tried this before, do you think it's similar to Buffalo Trace products? Do you not? Do you like it? Do you not? Just drop me a comment. Let me know your thoughts. I know you guys and gals are not shy, so hit me up with your thoughts on it. And then last but not least, please make sure you also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. You shall know when going. Hit the bell so you get notification each and every time I put out content. Cool? All right. Finally, we have Blanton's, folks. Oh, man. Let's see. Woo, I can't wait to see if this is truly similar or not to either one of these bad boys. All right. Oops, let's put that back over here. All right, let's start with E.H. Scheller. So we just went with John J. Bowman. Let's start with E.H. Scheller. All right. So what I love about E.H. Scheller is, honestly, even though this is a small batch, it's so consistent. Every single time I have a bottle of this, and I've had, fortunate or unfortunately, too many bottles of this in my lifetime. Very consistent. Very much a caramel bomb. I mean, caramel, smidge of vanilla, a little bit of oak, a little bit of leather in there as well. But very consistent each and every time. All right. Cheers, everybody. Okay. So, I love E.H. Scheller with the best of them. Absolutely an amazing bottle. An amazing pour. There's a little bit left in it. I'm just going to go ahead and finish it too. So, in my opinion, the foundation, similar. Your caramels, your vanillas at the core. But what's different about these two so far, this has a very much of like a creamy mouthfeel and extremely, a little bit like with the fruit with the orange and the orange peel. I do not get that at all in E.H. Scheller. So if there's any similarities, it's at the core, the caramels, the vanillas, but the creaminess, the orange, like the fruit flavor notes that come through in the nose as well as the palate in John J. Bowman, to me, is completely different than EHLer. All right. Before I go over to Blanton's, I'm going to come back to this one more time just to finish it, just so I can be truly compared against Blanton's. All right, let me just have a little small pour here. That's nice. That orange peel is so different. See, that's not a traditional Buffalo Trace kind of a note, so maybe they even have a different yeast strain, honestly. That's very different, very unique. But let's try it now against Blanton's. Again, Blanton's, obviously, of course, a single barrel, but it is 93 proof, so it's not the exact proof, but 93, 100. We're in the same ballpark, at least. All right. Cheers, everybody. Let me get to the nose real quick. Almost forgot about the nose. Oh, man. Still, I mean, you know my feelings on Blanton's. I like Blanton's. I love straight from the barrel Blanton's. So, but this is okay. This is cool too. It's cool. Now, shit. Wow. I will say, Blanton's is a lot more similar to John J. Bowman versus the EHLer. A lot more similar. A little bit spicier. You know, obviously there's a little bit more rye in this bad boy. So a little bit spicier. Definitely some of those notes like the pepper. And even a smidge, a very small faint of orange peel here in Blanton's as well. Okay. All right. So, the judgment is definitely in. While many people do say that this is a mash bill number 1 product and should be exactly the same as mash bill number 1 Eagle Rare or an EHLer, I'm going to say, you folks, you're incorrect. At least according to me. To me, if anything, this is actually, Blanton's is way similar to John J. Bowman. The only key difference is that while this has faint notes of like the orange and orange peel in the background, this is very pronounced. So this has a ton of orange peel and a lot more creamier. But they are definitely extremely very similar. Single barrel. So obviously every barrel is going to be a little bit different, but they're still consistent products right across the board. 100 proof, 93 proof. But the key difference is that at least you can find this typically a lot easier than you can find Blanton's. And this is not going to be marked up because it does have the Buffalo Trace name on it. So if you're out there and you really do want a good replacement for Blanton's, honestly, if you find it, that is actually amazing. And it's very similar to Blanton's, but this is fantastic. Hey folks, until the next time, peace, cheers, salute. I appreciate each and every one of you. Take care.